Just how far back have we traveled? Well, think back to when your parents were kids, then back to when your grandparents were kids, and then all the way back to when your great-grandparents were kids. Now, multiply that by 3 million, and you're getting close. There are no houses, no roads, no grass even. And as for trees, it's a landscape dominated by conifers, all ferns, no flowers, no Rocky Mountains, no Atlantic Ocean, no ice caps, no Europe and no Asia. Just one single continent called Pangea. And of course, there are no humans like you and me. The nearest relation to us looks like a cross between a mongoose and a lizard, which could explain some politicians. So here we are, in a period known as the Triassic. That's about 220 million years BC. It's a time of vast deserts and withering droughts. But somehow, life holds on. Animals have developed ingenious ways to survive since they first crawled out of the ocean, including one particular miracle of engineering known as the egg. These eggs are like drought survival packages, and they're everywhere in the Triassic. Every animal that walks these harsh Pangean plains hatches from an egg. It's a kingdom of hatchlings walking on eggshells. But then something unique occurs. A new type of creature evolved out of this harsh landscape. The dinosaur. You thought they were going to be bigger, didn't you? Well, don't worry, they grow. A lot. In fact, this amazing group of reptiles will come to rule the world. But first, these little guys have to survive. And in this vicious environment, that'll take sharp instinct. And something even more important, luck. Because with all these babies around, for the carnivore, it's always feeding time. That's Lilian Sternus, one of the first of the dinosaur predators. Lilian Sternus walks on 2 legs like we do. He's fast and agile, perfectly adapted to his environment. The story of the dinosaurs is not always a pretty one. Now, this guy may look a little different than pictures of the Lilian Sternus you might have seen in books. And that's because we now believe that the Lilian Sternus had that spiky crest of feathers, giving him kind of a punk rock look. His agility gives him the edge over other reptiles, but dinosaurs won't stop there. Creatures like this will dominate the landscape. Eventually all droughts end and the wet seasons return. The rains finally fall and new things grow. With New vegetation, there's suddenly more to eat, and the dinosaurs eat, and eat. And their lightweight skeletons allow them to expand, to evolve into titans. Oh, wow, I have always wanted to see one of these up close. That's Plateosaurus, the first of the giants. The wet seasons are still irregular and brief. For 75% of the year, life is threatened in this dry, parched landscape. So to conserve liquid, Plateosaurus doesn't sweat or even pee. No wonder she looks a little bloated. And weighs 4 tons. That's 4 times the weight of a saltwater crocodile, the heaviest reptile alive in the 21st century. Oh, it looks like Lily and Stern is back for seconds. Not this time. She's defended her young and can now go back to her search for food. In the dry season with vegetation scarce, Plateosaurus is a survival machine. Her long neck allows her to graze on the ground and from trees above. Oh, there it is again. It's the start of an arms race between herbivores and predators.